So I wanted to talk about my journey to become a medical coder. So I enrolled with Devry, and it was so easy and smooth. And I mean, they got my old credits to transfer over from my old school, so I didn't have to take medical terminology and a couple other things like I had pretty much skipped because I had been to school before previously to be a pharmacy tech. Um, but anyways, so it was so easy, and I like the classes because you get like a weekly live session. You can ask questions there, and you just get that hands-on, one-on-one. You get a live class, and it kind of just goes over everything that's going on that week, and then afterwards you can listen to it as much as you want. Then the slides are like available to you. You can take notes off the slides. They have like interactive books, lessons and stuff, and a lot of the like weekly assignments or quizzes you have like in now my first few classes with anatomy and physiology and stuff like that, you would have like multiple times to take this quiz to pass it. But now when I got into my coding classes, you had twice to get it right. So it got a little bit more difficult, my coding classes. You have to be pretty good with anatomy, and I'm still learning anatomy. I mean, there's still things, and they'll word things a certain way to throw you off. I don't have an example yet, but but then you have the book, so you can look things up. Like you can look up all these things, and the thing is, don't freak out because you don't have to remember everything. You have to, because you have sources, you have your resources to look these things up. As long as you're willing to look up the things that you don't know, you'll be fine. And sometimes you have to go to YouTube and look up these certain procedures to see what the hell they're doing. Because there's certain words that you have to use or look up in your index to get to the right code in the tabular list. So I mean, it's interesting, and it's great for an introvert because we ain't got to talk to nobody. We're using our minds. Most introverts, they are, analytical. We overthink, we think a lot. And I mean, it's really perfect. And they make good money, depending on experience. And I think certain specialties, you make good money. And I'm still in the program. I have I have 3 more classes left after this one. So I'm almost finished. I'll be finished in November. Each class is 2 months. So yeah, well, September, October, yeah, November. So I'm nervous about the tests, but who wouldn't be? I hate taking tests. But the last class is a class that's focused on taking the tests. I think they call it a practicode or something like that. But it's all about taking the test, and you have 2 months of basically studying. So after that class is over, you should be ready to take your test. So, but yeah, so far, and I'd be looking at jobs now. Like I'm gonna take the CCA exam. So I do see some jobs that will take a CCA, probably the medical biller. You'll probably get one of those jobs first, the medical billing. A lot of them want you to have at least 2 years of experience, but I feel like if you sell yourself, just go ahead. I've been told to just go ahead and apply no matter what they say. Because if you get an exam, because most of these interviews are going to test you on what you know. So if you get that interview and they test you and you pass it, then you get a job without having the experience yet. So they make decent money. I've seen them now. I've seen them starting out at $18. I make $18 now, and I, I'm doing something you don't really have to go to school for. I just have experience. So, I'm really not impressed by that. But hopefully, whatever I find makes at least $20. Even though that's not enough. And at one point, $20 was like good money, but not anymore. $20 is not good money anymore. You can't really afford the kind of, I can't live where I really want to live off $20 an hour. You basically have to make at least, I guess 25 or more, and still. I mean, you got to have multiple streams of income. So either way, it will never be enough. But yeah, so that's been my journey so far. I'm almost finished the health information class. Now, the thing is, I wish I knew about this when I was younger too. Health information management, like, it's such a big field. It's such a big field. Like, you can be a coder, you can be an analyst, you can be so many things in this field. I did not know, how much you could do, and it's good money. You make good money, especially if you want to go back and be a RHIT, or even if you just want to specialize. I get some specialize, get some other certifications through like AAPC. They have a lot of different certifications and things. And I think that's the route I'm going to take, because I really don't want to work for anybody. So if I go back, it's going to be to specialize. You can be a consultant. You can have your own business. You can be a consultant. Medical billers, they can have their own business. They can be like contractors. I don't hear about that so much with medical coders, but medical billers, they can contract themselves out. And that's like the area that I'm kind of looking at too. Like, I'm trying to be my own boss and take the skills I learned from school or experience that I learned from working for people and use them to build a business, build my own income. And this avenue, it creates an avenue for you to do that. You learn medical billing in this class for medical coding. Like, my next class is reimbursement and stuff. So it's getting into the medical billing part. And there's certain codes that you do have to know as a medical biller. You have to know certain codes, or how it has to be coded to get reimbursed and stuff. And I mean, it's a lot. It's interesting though, but it's a good living. If anybody's interested in like getting to the medical field but don't really want to do like nursing and stuff like that, like growing up, most of the time you just heard about CNA nurse. Basically, that's it. CNA nurse, cosmetology. As a woman, I'm not into, working on cars and stuff. So it would be like mechanic stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, but if you want to be in the health field and don't want to be hands-on, and you want to kind of be in the back or be on the business side of the hospital, you can do health management, business administration, medical code, and medical billing. So yeah, so that's what I plan to do when I move to Dallas. Is, I'm almost finished with school. I'm getting into medical coding, so I'm going to be able to, I want to be able to afford that lifestyle when I move up there. So, so I might have to kind of, when I move there, it's going to be basics, just living within my means. But I know once I finish school that I could do a lot better, make more money. I'll enjoy myself a lot more living there. And I think they'll pay more, because they're already offering more than where I am now to be like patient financial accounts or patient access. Like they paying about $20 an hour sometimes, especially with my experience. Because I've worked as a patient access rep for 3 years in a hospital. So, you know, so I can get that $20 an hour. And that's without going to anybody's school, you know. So if I'm going through all this to be a medical coder, they better be paying at least $20 or more, you know. So yeah, I don't want to keep rambling. I didn't write anything down. I'm just coming off the top of my head. But yeah, so it's a good career to get into. It's one that pays good money. It's one that, you know, once you get your experience, you can definitely work from home. You can start your own business. So those are one of the plus sides to that career. Okay, so that's all I have. I'll talk to you again in another video. Bye.